Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update from Central Florida and from the field in Ukraine. The war has been very dynamic and has changed rapidly over the course of the last 60 days. When we first started just over 60 days ago responding to relief efforts for the war, it was almost entirely focused on rescue and evacuation, transportation of evacuees and refugees to our facilities in the West and others that we're supporting, and then further transport onto the border with Europe so that they could escape the conflict zones in Ukraine. And now almost all of those evacuation requests have disappeared, mostly for the reason that the Russian attack theater has shifted almost entirely to the east and to the south. The entire northern portion of Ukraine and north of Kiev has been abandoned by the Russians, or they've been driven back by Ukrainian forces, and so all of those people now are left to fend for themselves for disaster relief, rebuilding their homes, trying to secure their families. Millions of people have not only been displaced from their homes, but their home towns and their villages have been destroyed by incoming artillery, rocket, and missile fire, and so there's a lot of disaster relief that needs to happen in regards to cleanup and humanitarian aid assistance being delivered in the immediate time period, but also in the rebuilding portion. So we're entering a very different phase of this conflict. It happened lightning fast, and we're trying to respond as quickly as possible. But almost all of our activities in the last number of days, in the last week at least, have been related to humanitarian distribution, finding new resources in Poland and in Romania and in the United States, and then we're housing and staging those supplies at our base in the West, and then resupplying the warehouses that are in Western Ukraine so that they can meet the needs of people locally. Most of the supplies we delivered this morning were for those people who had nothing left in their homes, and that's the type of request that we're getting now. So keep up the work. While the news cycle has tapered down and you very rarely hear anything about Ukraine, we're living that every single day with people whose lives have been completely destroyed. They've been brutalized, they're traumatized, children that have PTSD and the symptoms that are debilitating from all of those things that they've been experienced during the course of this very short portion of the war. But we know that this recovery period and even renewed battles are going to occur over the long term. And so as an organization, Mission 823 and our team here in the States, our partners, our donors, and those teammates and partners that we work with in Ukraine are going to continue this great bet. But we request that you continue to support us. If you need more information about what's going on in Ukraine, contact me personally, Shawn, SHAWN, at mission823.com, or my telephone, 817-313-3656. You can go to our website at mission823.com and get more information there and find out how to donate directly in a secure way where your donations will be recorded for tax purposes. And then you can find out daily updates on our social media pages on Facebook at Mission823, and then on Instagram at Mission823INC. Thank you all very much for what you're doing. Please keep up the good work. Don't let this story be pushed to the bottom of the pile, so to speak. We need as much awareness and a lot more. This isn't something that just happened in 60 days and we raised a bunch of money and we sent it all and now we're glad that we can stop. This is something that is still fresh in horror in the minds of Ukrainians who are not only living in the aftermath of an attack, but are still living in this horrible situation every single moment while we're speaking, and in some cases it's going to get worse. Please don't stop. We need your help, and we need a lot more. So help us to network, help us to tell the story, and give if you can. Thank you very much.